Good evening and welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show on this beautiful Sunday evening down here in Dumfries. A bit cold, and I can now see that everything is working on my YouTube channel, so hopefully everybody can get that, and I'll just get the comments coming up. Steve Mills, good evening. Ruth Clare, good evening. I'll just take the volume down on that, that's better. And Georgie Saunderson, Fluff Johnson, Karen Belton, welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show on this Sunday evening. And have I got a cracking show for you? And you picked all the great tunes tonight, guys. And as we always do, we have our 3 before 8 from our good friend Chloe Brown, who is over there sunning herself in sunny Tenerife. Hopefully she manages to get tuned in. And we also have Jethro's Trigger tune, which is a bit special tonight. And we have some fantastic soul music, just to keep you all happy. Good evening, Karen O'Callaghan, Dick Penman, Keith Kay, Keith Hallmark, Janice Oates, Julie Baxendale, Kim Tomkey, Stephen Ellis, Eileen Beckham, and Dave Rimmer. You're getting in faster and faster every week, guys. I'm loving it. Right. So, without further ado, we shall get on with the show. And as you know, we start off nice and slow and we build it up till later on. And I'm going to kick off tonight with my good friend Bernd Kemper over there in Germany, who always sends in some good funky, smoochy, beautiful soul music. And this time it comes from, let me see, I'm sure it's Anita Baker, and it's called Sometimes, from 1983. Sit back, pour yourself a beer. There's my beer pourer. She's alright. And if you like the new t-shirt from Tosh, hey, can you beat wee Tosh? Barry Gadget, please. Thank you, Tosh. Sometimes, from 1983. What a singer this girl is. Hi, Kim Tompkinson, Sharon Morgan, Bernd Kemper's in the house. Nice to have you. Leslie Tracy. Cord family, how you doing? Good evening, Paul Belton, John Grogan. Hi, Ruth Clare. Alexander McBride. Hi, Karen Belton. Lovely McCune, Export guys. Good evening, Steve Ledbetter. Love Johnson. Evening, Julie Gillian and Sean. Evening, Barry Clark. Top of the league, Stuart. Nice one. I done 2-1. Evening, Rob Farr. Chris Juliet, how you doing, mate? And Julie. And Ryan. Evening, Denise Williams. Ruth Gray, good evening. Paul is now Shaggy Bill. Okay, I'll get that, Paul. Evening, Mark Peachbrook, Annette Sherlock's in the house.
When you cry, the whole world laughs at you. They don't seem to understand, but the time will come when the tables turn, and you're gonna have the winning hand. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you walk away, sometimes you play the fool.
Karen O'Callaghan to the house. show on my Facebook page. So if anybody wants to share it. Evening, Tracy Redmond husbands. Mike Dunn's in the house from a chilly Roxford. On a Sunday night with TeeBee. We'll love it. Great when you had £100 on Tiger Woods to win the Master. 14 to 1. Hi Raheem, how you doing, pal? Yeah, Anita Baker. And Sometimes from 1983. Sent in by my good friend Ben Kemper over there in Germany. Next up we have one from Kim Bradley, and it was from The Temptations. Just a reminder guys, next week in the show we're doing it all Motown. Everyone's going to be a Motown tune next week. We've got plenty of warning. This is I Wish It Would Rain.
Blue skies, please go away. The girl has found another and gone away. With her went my future. My life is filled with gloom. So day after day I stay locked up in my room. I know to you it might sound strange, but I wish it would rain. Cause so badly I wanna go outside. But everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry. Listen, I gotta cry.
I gotta cry. Sunday, it's all about TeeBee.
Even this hurt I feel inside, words could never explain. I just wish it would rain. Let it rain, rain, rain. Tear-stained face pressed against the window pane. My eyes search the skies desperately for rain. Cause rain off behind my teardrops, and no one will ever know that I'm crying, crying, crying. Go outside to the world outside my tears. I refuse to explain. I wish it would rain.
The Temptations and I Wish It Would Rain, which was sent in by Kim Bradley. And as you all know guys, as we've been doing on the show for nearly 2 years now, you pick all the tunes, I just twiddle the knobs. So it's all down to you. And as we say, we try and keep the tunes as much as out of the box as we can. And we have some weeks where we don't get a lot out of the box tunes. And I think this is one week where there wasn't as many. Funnily enough, when I was going through the list today, I actually noticed there wasn't a lot of ladies sent in requests tonight. There was usually loads and loads. But there's not a lot of out of the box tunes on tonight's show like we've been getting lately. Really good ones. Don't get me wrong, there is some good ones, but not as many as there has been lately. And as you all know, I can only put 55 requests on each show every Sunday night. So all your requests, I can't guarantee your request is going to get played. But as I say to you every week, when I put the post up on a Sunday at 12 noon, put your request in, and if you don't get it on one week, put it in again next week, and eventually I'll come across it and you'll get it on the show. Next up, Mr. Philip Kerr. Somebody send Philip Kerr the link if you know Philip Kerr. I think he's struggling to get on the live chat. 3 little dots at the top of your phone. Click on it, it takes you right to the live chat. This is Love Affair, and I Can't Stop Loving You. The G&T 100 Club, TeeBee's Soul Family.
I thought I could go
Evening, David Bell, Johnson Mills.
but I found out I was mistaken. I was only 2 feet out the door when my heart started aching.
With you, George, yes.
So it ain't no use in fooling myself. You're the only one for me.
You've always got internet problems, you ladies.
It took a round trip out that door.
Yeah, I know it's that, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, now I see that pretty eyes stop loving you. No, I can't stop. No, baby, stop. I can't stop. Never gonna leave with you.
Hi, Shaz. How you doing?
Close to me. I know it, baby. You're my everything. You're what I'm all about. You are what I'm all about. So it ain't no use in fooling myself. You're the only one for me. Hey, yeah. It took a round trip out that door to make me see. Now I see.
George is playing Big Goal. Big Goal, good.
No, I can't stop.
Terrible, Kim. I would complain, Kim. Congratulations on your little granddaughter, Amelia. From everybody at TeeBee's Soul Family, let's welcome little Amelia into the world. Kim's first grandchild. Good evening, Andy Robinson.
Make me see. Oh yeah, now I see. Stop loving you. No, I can't stop. No, I can't stop loving you.
Yeah, Love Affair and I Can't Stop Loving You. Sent in by Philip Kerr. Next up, we have one from our good friend, I've not seen his name up yet, Mr. Lambretta, number 69, from Berwick, our good friend Mick, who will be playing down at TeeBee on Trentside in Nottingham on the 27th of July. People are still asking me about how to get tickets and that. It's actually wristbands, and if you go into the events page, just put in TeeBee at Trentside and you will find all the details on the events page to get your wristbands, and if you need to book hotels for the actual date. There's quite a number of people coming, so it's going to be a fantastic night down there in Trentside, and I'm looking forward to meeting this guy, Mr. Mick Elliott from Berwick, who has sent in Jimmy Cliff, a bit of Jamaican soul, and it's called I Got a Feeling.
There's just no telling what
Hi, Colin Wiggle.
like a hurricane blown like a walnut spring, like a love that's burning hard for you. There's just no telling what I'm gonna do. Hey! Come on now, come on baby,
Jamaican soul.
come on now. I got a feeling, in my feeling.
Chicago family, where are you? Suzanne, Keith, Maisie Moon. Floyd Brown, are you there?
Girl, I can't conceive the beat of love I feel. My mind and soul's a mess. Don't talk living flesh. Think you got the rest. Now I'm in distress. Hey! Come on down!
Come on down! Dead side.
I've got the feeling. I feel like it. I've got the feeling. I feel like it. I've got the feeling. I feel like it.
Good evening, Keith James.
I feel like it. I'm just up now. I feel like it.
Yeah, Jimmy Cliff, and I Got a Feeling, sent in by Mick Fiberick. And if you're coming to Nottingham, that guy's going to be playing that night. It's going to be a fantastic night. Next up, one sent in by Linda Heacock, great sound of Eddie Floyd. And I've never found a girl who loved me like Georgie does.
Ain't no love
Shook him up.
like my baby love.
Like my baby.
Like my baby love. It's like burning fire.
Hi, Raheem.
So shut up in my bone. Shut up in my bone. Ain't no lonely days. Ain't no lonely nights. Clever little things she does. I know the girl's alright. I know the girl's alright. 'Cause I ain't never found me a girl like you do. Oh no, to love me like you do. Ain't no man, ain't no
Welcome, Linda.
man.
Evening, Kevin Cole.
Got a little woman
Simon's brother.
like me. You got all the love and honey. One
A bit more down there.
girl can claim. You're every poor boy's dream. And every rich man's prayer. But I don't need money, honey. 'Cause you're always
No problem,
there.
Johnson. Hi, Georgie.
Never found me a girl to love me like you do.
Yeah, I seen she was at the show club, Suzanne.
Love me like a
Okay, okay.
No, I ain't never found me a girl to love me like you do. Oh, girl, to love me like you do. That's the truth. To love me like you do. Oh no, no, I ain't never found me a girl like you do.
Yeah, sent in by Linda Heacock, the great Eddie Floyd. And I've never found a girl like you to love me like you do. Great title that is. Next up, my good friend up there, I think it's Stirling somewhere around about there, that my good friend Stuart Soldier Mar comes from. And he has sent in the great Aretha Franklin singing It Only Happens from 1976. Sing it, girl. It's the boys that are on the night. Girls are taking a back seat. Get back and enjoy, girls.
It only happens, oh baby, when I look at you. Oh baby, oh it only happens, when I look at you. Yeah. I wonder if you know things I'm going through. Can't you see?
friend side.
You get strong every day. It's true.
You're welcome, soldier.
When I look at you, you're looking good, baby. Oh, when I look at you.
Anybody that's having difficulty finding the live chat, the 3 little dots in the top left hand corner, top right hand corner. Click on it, take you to the live chat. Come on.
Make me feel good now. Yeah. Whoa, we don't have ooh, baby, when I look at you, you've been that love to me, baby. It don't happen. Yeah. When I look at you, wonder if you know the things I'm going through.
Hi, Sean.
Can't you see my love is on you? Oh, baby, leave me when you say it's strong every day. It's true.
Can't be Georgie. We'll hold that glass full all night.
Ooh, baby.
Hey, baby.
Oh, look at you. Looking so good to me, baby. Yeah. When I pick with you. Yeah.
Come on. Hee-haw. Nice one, hee-haw. Tell me who you are. Yeah, fantastic. The one and only Miss Aretha Franklin, and It Only Happens from 1976, which was sent in by my good friend Soldier Stuart Marr. Next up, one from Jenny Hollingworth. I'm not seeing Jenny's name on it. Just a reminder, guys, if you're having problems getting onto the live chat and you're watching the show, there's either 3 little dots. You go to, if you're using your phone, you go to press open app, and there'll be 3 dots at the top, and that will take you to the live chat. And if anybody knows anybody that's having any problems, or if you know anybody that's on the show, if I mention any of their names, just send them a message and they will help you, because we're all one good big fantastic soul family. This is Jenny Hollingworth's Judy Clay and Willie Bell. Private number.
Since I've been gone, you can't, your number changed. But my love for you, girl, still remains the same.
Hee-haw, Michael.
I've been loving you, and you've been loving me so long. Baby, what's wrong? So baby, let me have your number, yeah. Baby, let me have your number.
I'm sorry you couldn't call me when you got home.
Hello, Arthur Gallagher from New Jersey, USA.
But other fellas kept on calling while you were gone. So I had the number changed, but I'm not acting strange. Welcome home.
Stop boring him. Man up, Mark Peterman.
Nothing
Man up.
wrong. So I'm saying, baby, baby, baby.
Floyd Brown over in Tenerife. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Come on, Tiger Woods. And private number sent in by Julie Hollingworth. Next up, the Balkans sent in by Alec McBride. And I'm a fool, I must love you, Georgie. Welcome, Jenny. Never to Forget, said by Mick Brown, and it was sent in by Alec McBride. But I'm a fool, I must love you. Next up, a classic, sent in by two people, Johnson Mills, the great champion, Lou Johnson. That's the title.
Oh baby, don't you turn aside, don't you leave me so unsatisfied. The coldness of your kiss,
Thanks,
unsatisfied. Don't make me feel like this. I'm so unsatisfied that it hurts, but it's more than my pride that you have stepped upon. Baby, I could die now, I wanna die now, if your love's gone.
Where's the Chicago crew?
Put yourself in my place.
Come on.
What I feel inside, it's heartbreaks that I face. I'm so unsatisfied, don't you know?
Hi, man,
I love you so much that I can't be denied. Give me what I need now. For love I plead now. I'm begging you. Don't you turn aside, don't you leave me so unsatisfied. I long to make you mine.
Not yet, innit?
God knows how much I've tried. You turn down me each time. I'm so unsatisfied, don't you know? I love you so much that I can't deny.
Julie Holmes, the Newsbury Soul Patrol in the house. After filling her belly with a bump. Hi, Julie. Yeah, Lou Johnson and Unsatisfied, which was sent it by two people, Johnson Mills and Glenn Champion. Next up, as you all know, guys, every week in the show we put a tune on in memory of Jackie Williman, and it's sent in by our good friend Johnny. And this week Johnny has sent in the fantastic Lou Rawls, and it's called You're My Blessing, in memory of Jackie Williman, killed by 4 assholes. R.I.P. Jackie, we love you. Come on.
You're not just my woman, baby, you're my blessing. You're just like a gift from heaven. You're not just my lady, I tell you you're my blessing. And you mean so much to me. For so long I've been just holding on. I was lost, living in a world of dreams. I need someone I could talk to, someone who would care about me. I said I looked everywhere, but nowhere on earth could I find somebody who's true, a place I could turn to find my peace of mind. You're not just my woman, now baby you're my blessing. You're just like a gift from heaven. I was throwing my life away, going in and out of bed, love affairs.
Love for Johnny and Kelly.
And I asked the
I'm Benny
Lord
King.
to send me someone to love. For a while,
Robert Buzzards in the house.
when I met you, I knew my prayers were answered. Now I'm satisfied, I've got you by my side. Stay with me forevermore.
It's not a bad quality.
You're not just my woman, baby, you're my blessing.
What,
You're just like a gift from heaven.
good evening, Johnny here. It's snowing in Chicago.
You're not just my lady, I tell you you're my blessing. And you mean so much to me. And you're my blessing, I'll tell the world about it.
Tell the
You're
world.
my blessing, I'm so glad about it. You're my blessing, you mean so much to me. You mean so
I
much
got you,
to
boy.
me.
Come on.
I said you're my everything. You're my summer and spring. You're what I'm waiting for, and I'll never let you go.
Good evening, Captain Son. Don't worry if you're late, so it's okay.
You're not just my lady,
Not Milton Snowman. Don't start
tell
that,
you
Johnny
you're my
here.
blessing.
Don't want you slipping.
And you mean so much to me. You're
Hi, Terry Shields from Wolverhampton.
not
The
just
Humble
my
Boy.
woman, baby, you're my blessing. You're just like a gift from heaven. You're my blessing, you're my
Good
everything.
evening, Jethro Jones. My Blessing, which is a dedication and a memory going out to a good friend who was killed in a tragic carry-on excuse me, not so long ago, and was sent in by Johnny Wood. And it goes out to Johnny and Jilly and also Ben and Kate. And every week in the show I will play a track which will be in memory of Jackie Williman. And if I put posts up on my page, because Johnny Wood's taking this whole thing to Parliament and everything to try and get these people who do these horrendous crimes more punishment in prisons. And if I put them up on my page and we need to vote on anything, I would love your support for all this, guys, because Johnny Wood is doing immense work for all this carry on, and I support him all the way. Good man, Johnny Wood. Next up, John Kidd. Where's my wee pal John Kidd? Is he in tonight? I've not seen his name. His track comes up next, and it's from Billy Shea Ray, and it's called Do It.
Hey, yeah.
And remember, you can share this post to Facebook, guys. Just keep sharing it away.
Need some help, Lord, from the guitar now. Come on, from the Jimmy. All right now. All right. Good. Don't wait now. To the popcorn. I let just get on time. Come on. Suck them. Suck it. Do it. Listen to me now. Let me tell you what to do. Go on and do it. Kindly do your thing. Loud, did you hear me? Do your thing. All right. All right now. Good.
Bring it now, baby.
Oh, now. Get somebody. Now, let's go and do it. Don't you wait. Just suck it to me. Now, did you hear me, girl? Suck it to me. Rock on through. We rock into it. Wow, that's the thing. Let me hear you get top on it.
We're always company, though.
Let me hear you get top. Come around now. Come around.
Billy Shea Ray, and it's called Do It. Sent in with my good friend Johnny Kidd. Next up is one from Scott Dara. I haven't seen Scott's name come up. And he has sent in the Duprees, the number called Check Yourself. Yourself, which was sent in by Scott Dara. This is the last record before we have this week's 3 before 8, which comes from the lovely Chloe Brown, who's over in Tenerife at the present time. So get ready for 3 fantastic tunes from Chloe. But first up, we have one from our good friend Julie the Nutter, right, from the Pyrenees in France. And Julie this week has selected Greg Jolly, and I want to clap my hands. It's quite good this, for Julie. A bit funky and strange, like Julie. I want to clap my hands while I'm riding my bike.
Have you ever had somebody to do you wrong?
How you there, Julie, right?
And you woke up the next day, ooh, you don't hear me, and your troubles are gone. And it's a curious thing, look, when you get on your knees and say, I'll thank God for making a better day. Now I don't care about what they say, because heaven is all. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's why, ooh, you don't hear me when I
Funky, Julie.
won't clap my hands for the power. I won't clap my hands for the power. I won't clap my hands for the power. I won't clap my hands for the power.
We love it, Julie.
I don't mind about what you say, because heaven above will make a way. Yeah, and that's why, ooh, you don't hear me, but I won't clap my hands for the power. I won't clap my hands for the power.
Reading for your head.
I won't clap my hands for the power. I won't clap my hands for the power. Wait a minute. Have you ever had somebody treat you good? Yeah, plenty of loving, y'all. Yeah, like in the day. That's a cute thing, look at early morning when you couldn't get it right. No sudden strange, y'all.
Next one, Julie.
We're talking about the all night. I don't know how to see. I don't hear my hands about what you say, because heaven above will make a way. Yeah, and that's why, ooh, you don't hear me, but I won't clap my hands for the power. 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 Clap your hands for the man that died for you and me. They say bye bye. Say that it will last then. Now don't you need some power? Yeah. Don't you need some power? Yeah. Don't you need some power? Yeah. Don't you need some power? I want more for power. Oh. Yeah.
Go on, Julie. Right up, mate.
Feel good this evening.
Come on.
Hey. Let's clap our hands for the power.
What's it? From our good friend Julie Wright over there in the Pyrenees. The sound of Greg Jolly, and I want to clap my hands. Great tune. Well done, Julie. Great picking out of the box. And it nearly won tune of the show. Right, we come to the part of the show, as you all know. Just a little message before I break into the 3 before 8. All the guys that are waiting on their TAM t-shirts, I'm sorry about the delay, guys. But the guy who does them has been away. He had computer problems, and then he was away working up in Orkney, and then he sent me the wrong t-shirts through, the wrong sizes. I got some that were okay, that I posted out, but there was about 6 or 7 that they sent me the wrong sizes, so I'm having to wait on him reposting out another 6 or 7 t-shirts. So hopefully, guys, as soon as I get them, I'll text you and let you know they're on their way. And I'm really, I apologise for the delay. It's out with my hands. I can't do nothing about it. But you will get your t-shirts. And as you all know, as you can see tonight, George is wearing hers and I'm wearing mine. And our good friend up there in Pennycook, Mr. David Thompson, better known as Tosh, is doing these t-shirts. And he is, there's ladies ones as well. So if you're wanting them, guys, get in touch with Josh. And if you just go to his page on Facebook, it's Barry Gadget Clays. You'll see the link for it on my page under the t-shirts. And you can talk to Josh and Tosh will send them direct. Rather than me ordering them, coming to me and me sending them out. T-shirts are doing mine now. I don't want to be doing any more t-shirts. I just want to do cups or something like that. Key rings. Easy things. Right. 3 before 8. Here we go. This week it's the turn of the ladies. And we have Miss Chloe Brown, who is at the present time over in Tenerife, walking down the beach, watching the show. And Chloe has sent in her 3 before 8. And as I always say, don't thank me, thank Chloe. Here's number 1.
You know how I feel.
Nina Simone.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
She's feeling good. Don't tell anybody.
Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel.
Thank you.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
You're welcome, Chloe.
New life for me. Ooh, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
High priestess of soul.
Dragons fly out in the sun.
How's Maisie
You know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun. You know what I mean? Sleep in peace when day is done. That's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Yeah. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
Smooching the kitchen, Steve. That was number 1 from Chloe Brown. Here's number 2. Natalie Cole. This will be an everlasting love. Go on, Chloe. We've only got Maisie Moo to do a 3 before 8.
This will be.
That's the whole K family.
This will be.
So get your mum to send me in your 3 favourite tunes, mate.
This will be the first time anyone has loved me. Oh, I'm so glad you found me in time, and I'm so glad that
baby. Get the thinking cap on. Okay, baby. Yeah, the great Natalie Cole. And this will be, that was number 2 from our good friend Chloe Brown. Now, as I say, guys, every week I pick a male, female, alternative weeks, for the 3 before 8. And next week we have the turn of the gentleman. And I'm just going to give this person a bit of warning. Mr. Shaggy Bilton, better known as Paul Bilton, on YouTube. And it's going to be your turn for your 3 before 8 next week, Shaggy. So if you can send me in your 3 favourite tunes, I will have them on next Sunday. And as you know, if you get your 3 before 8 on the show, then you get the choice of having 3 free CDs, which can be anything from Northern Soul, just 3 different soul CDs that I do. I have been lately, if you've put a lot of requests on the show and you've been here a while, and you do your 3 before 8, what I can do is I can go back through all your requests and I can put them on a special CD, which I've been doing lately that people seem to like. But you also have the choice of getting a USB stick with over 40 mixes that you can plug into your TV or your car, and you've got them there all the time. And that covers a lot of soul music. So it's up to you. So Chloe Brown, you let me know if you want a USB. Just PM me and say USB or CDs, and I'll send them out to you. And this is Chloe's number 3. And you couldn't finish with a better record ever. It's one of the classic Motowns from Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high,
That's the
ain't
title.
no valley low, ain't no...
Don't thank me, thank Chloe Brown. What a 3 tune.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter
Welcome, Shaggy.
how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Remember the day I set you free. I told you you
Evening,
could
boy, you
always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow.
Well, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
'Cause you are my love.
So I'll be there on the double. Just set me away.
Our love is alive down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double. Nothing back that I can. Don't you know that there
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no
Albert singing.
low enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough.
A fantastic 3 tracks here from a good friend Chloe Brown, who is over in Tenerife. Thanks once again, Chloe, for sending them in. I hope you enjoyed them, and let me know what you want, and I'll get them out to you this week. Right, before we move on, I've got another little announcement. As a lot of you know, in the last week or so, there has been a little bit of talk, shall we say, about the venue at the Little Black Pug in Blackpool. Now, after all the carry-on that happened, I decided that there was a lot of people wanting me to do gigs down in Blackpool that weekend. I got about 5 or 6 different people messaging me and asked me to go down and do things. And I decided that I'm not going to go to Blackpool this year. Between me and Georgie, we decided we're not going to go. So we're going to stick to that, and we won't go to Blackpool this year. But I wanted to draw a line under it all and forget about it, because I put my case there and stated about, when I showed you all the emails from Richard Riley, who is the organiser of the Weekender. What he does is he gets wannabe DJs to play for nothing at the Little Black Pug that weekend, and he's kind of stirred up a little hornet's nest with me, and he's went and put up a video on YouTube now. And I would advise you guys, don't go and look for it and try and play it. You can go and see if it's there. It's under Richard Riley's. But what I would do is just unlike it. Don't play the video. I don't want to encourage anything about this guy, because this guy is just an arsehole to me. And all I would say to you is, guys, I've nothing against the owners of the Little Black Pug, but this guy is doing my head in. And if you are in Blackpool for the Blackpool International Soul Festival, I would ask these guys, don't go and line this guy's pockets, because he gets 10% of the bar takings from the Little Black Pug, and that's all he does. He just sits there, puts wannabe DJs on, and collects the money and runs. So that's Richard Riley. So if you're going to the Blackpool International Soul Festival, stay away from the Little Black Pug. My advice that weekend. Okay, that's that over with. Next up, we have one from Miss Susan Ellis. Brilliant tune, this.
Yes.
Kindred, the family song.
This one makes me want to just sit back.
And I never loved you more. TeeBee, Soul Family.
The wonderful thing.
He didn't know what he was messing with, that guy.
The many beautiful moments that we
Get your Nottingham tickets. That's the place to be this year.
so many are
That's where we're going to have a party.
Yeah. Each day things seem
27th of July.
better. And I'm grateful.
The internet. And a lot of people know he's an idiot. And he's messing with the wrong guy.
I've never
Wanna be DJ.
been
Spell them up.
Let's even up the score. Said the game is tied.
Next one, Flop.
Flashback.
We're going to boycott the pub
When we were just
because of him. Not because of Shane or Rob, because of him.
so young and free, not looking for mine. Then fast forward some years, everything changing. A little older, wiser, still in love with a girl.
Our Blackpool will be the 27th of July.
You're beautiful, you're fine, and what you
TeeBee and Brexit. Get your wristband.
shines. I'll always be your man. You'll always be my girl. You're the thing I love the most.
That's it, Jeff. Not about the cat.
I loved you more,
That's why he made the mistake.
and I do tonight. Let's even up the score. Said the game is tied.
Are you there tonight, Susan? How's your arm?
Last night
No, great
I
band.
lay beside
UK Soul Band.
loving the feeling like it was brand new. You became an expert at loving me. You hold me in arms immediately. Always stand the test of time. You're sexy and you're fun. You hold me in your arms and you make the wrong alright. You'll always be my babe. I'll always be your girl. You're the one that I love most in the world.
I loved you more,
Never loved you more.
and I do tonight. Let's even up the score. Said the game is tied.
Correct. Careful. We just robbed the bookies. Chemist years ago. out of Kindred, the Family Soul, a great UK soul band, singing Never Love You More, which was sent in by our good friend Susan Ellis. No problem, Chloe. Next up, Mark Peachenby, another guy you'll be seeing down at TeeBee on Trentside, who will be playing a ska session. Our Mark, and a fantastic guy, him and his wife Laura. So he has sent in the Ska-Lights and Don't Knock It. Well, the production on this is terrible, but I can see what he was coming with. I know it, Jeff. Can you hear it, man? No TAM, no punk. Biggest mistake of their life. Welcome, man. Don't Knock It. The production on it's not very good. I'm sorry if it didn't sound very good over in YouTube land. But that was sent in with my good friend Mark Peachenby, who will be doing a set at TeeBee on Trentside. And I've gave you all the details, guys. There's an event page there. If you go down my page, you'll find it. Or TeeBee Sunday Soul page, or the G&T 100 Club page. You will find the events page there. And if you are going, just click on going so that Mark and Tracy can get an idea of the numbers coming, because there's a free hog roast on the night, and if you stay in the same hotel as TAM and Georgie, you will get free buses to and from the venue with soul music playing all the way there and all the way back. How exciting is that? But Tracy's really pushed the boat out here, and she's trying to do everything right and make everything as pleasant and everything for everybody. So I'm getting a really good feeling about it. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic night. So if you get the chance and you can get a holiday off and you can make your way to Nottingham on the 27th of July, we will have some fun. We now come to a part of the show where I give away a prize every Sunday for the person who I think has picked tune of the show. And this week it's the turn of the ladies, because that's what I'm like. I do a male, female, because if I do females every week, Georgie will get on to me and say, oh, that's you picking other women all the time. So I've got to do male, female, just to balance it out and to keep it, what do you call it, equal with everybody. So this week it is the turn of the ladies, and I have chosen my good friend from down in Blackpool, Miss Annette Sherlock. And Annette has sent in the great sound of Change, and it's called A Lover's Holiday. This was some tune back in the day. Played this many a time on 12 inch. Next one, Annette. Tune of the show goes to Annette Sherlock. Prizes will be in the post this week. Woo! Where's Beverly Walker? It's Urigo. why not got any internet tonight? Show my lords. Come to Nottingham, lords. Evening, Aunt Roman. Bank holiday Monday, and all gear, 10 hours. I done it last year, I might do it this year as well. Okay, I'll do it, Ian, I'll do it. Bank holiday. Yeah, the sound of change and A Lover's Holiday, which was tune of the show for tonight, which was sent in by our good friend Annette Sherlock down there in Blackpool. Next up her best friend, Miss Beverly Walker from Uruguay, has sent another disco classic. Great sound of Sister Sledge. Lost in music. We're all lost in the music. Be in the house and the TAM station. Sister Sledge and We're Lost in Music, sent in by our good friend Beverly Walker over there in Uruguay. Great disco classic. Next up we have one from our good friend Keith K up there in Fife, and Keith is at the present time trying to organise a charity event. As people who watch the show every week know that Keith lost his sister-in-law, Jen, not so long ago there, and he's going to set up a charity memorial thing up in Fife, and he's wanting me to go up and DJ. So once we get that in motion, that'll be another one of the gigs to get to. Away up in Fife in Scotland. For all you people that have not been to Scotland, come up and see God's country. And we will have another great night in Fife. I've not got any dates or anything yet. Keith's still in the process of sorting all that out. But once I get details, I'll let you know. TeeBee on tour is going well. So if you want me to come and play somewhere down your area, just talk to get the venue organised. Do the same as what Tracy Redmond Husbands and Matt Pitchenbury does. And I'll come down and play. No problem. And we'll get all the G&T family there and the TeeBee Soul family there. And we'll have a great night. Next comes from Keith K. This is Chris Clark. Love's Gone Mad.
Ice cold water running through my veins. Got a bad taste in my mouth from bitter tears. Heart feeling sad 'cause love's gone bad. I see a rain roll on the black. Must be a sign you ain't coming back. Wake up tonight, call your name. I see your face on my window pane. I've been this way since you've been gone. Like your love, I can't go on. Look in the mirror, what do I see? Crying face, kinda looks like me. Now where's the love promised me? Where's the tenderness to comfort me? Every time some love I choose, I seem to always be
The
the
Disco
one to
Queen.
lose.
Naughty Julie's in the house. The best of request.
From bitter tears.
Don't score, just up the road for us, Carol, yeah. Beautiful country. Let's all come to Scotland. Miles away, love. Hi, babe, welcome. Lovely, gentlemen. Good evening, Stevie Baruza. Just back from the wheel. Now, hey, baby. Lovely place. Yeah, the great sound there of Chris Clark and Love's Gone Mad, which was sent in by Keith K. Ooh, I'm not even halfway through the show and it's all going well, smoothly, so far. I was just also going to say, guys, that I know a lot of people work and things like that, something like our good friend Carol Cameron, and who's a carer. And this is the first week that Carol's missed a show in a few months now because she's had to go out and do a shift. And the problem we have now on YouTube is there is no guarantee that you can watch the show back on catch-up. Because all it takes is one of these big multinational record companies to put in a claim against, a copyright claim against the tune. And what will happen then is they block the video. Like last week's video, that's why you could not watch last week's video back on YouTube, because there was 2 records played that these record companies put in a copyright claim for, so they won't let the public view it. I can see it, but nobody else can. So this is why I keep telling people, you've got to be in the live show. If you put a request in, you've got to be in the live show. If you're going to go out to work or you're going out on the Sunday night, then there's a big possibility that when you wake up on a Monday morning, you won't be able to watch the show back because there may be a copyright claim. And I can't do nothing about that. The last time I disputed it, they banned me for 3 months, so I'm not going to dispute any of their copyrights now. I'm just going to, if they don't go up, I can't do nothing about it. Just to give you a little bit of information. Next up, and also, while I've got your attention, are you listening? Next week, we're going to do something that we done a way back last year, which is we're going to have a night of Motown. And what I'll do is maybe next Friday or Saturday, I'll do it early, the request next week. I'll put them up maybe Saturday. And what I would like you to do is put up your Motown requests. They can be classic Motown, or they can be Motown out of the box, whatever you think. As long as they're Motown records, they can also be from all the offshoot labels of Motown, like Rick Tick, Golden World, Soul, Gordy, Stateside. There's so many. But what I'll do is I'll decide if they are from the Motown stable, and if they are, I will play them. The last time we done a Motown night, we had over 34,000 viewers. So it's a very, very special night, and everybody loves Motown. So get your thinking caps on, go through your YouTube this week and find me some great Motown tunes, and they'll be played next week, and we'll have a Motown night not to forget. Next up, talking about Motown, Anne-Marie Gallier sent this in. The main man, Marvin.
Lady luck,
Lucky me.
when she blessed me with your love and charm.
Thank you, Stevie.
My place in the sun, with heaven right here in your arms.
Woo!
I feel so lucky, baby. Oh, lucky to be loved by you. Now I wanna thank you, baby, for all the little loving things you do.
Come on.
I got to tell the world about it. I got to stand right on
That's what happens, yes.
that lucky me.
Too far up the asses, that long.
Ooh, baby.
You don't know what you need to get.
Ooh, baby. I don't mind stormy weather. The rain will run away.
Yes, the road means with it. Oil base, it'll be the meal.
Friends all get together
Main mission.
and leave me out of everything they do. It's alright if the sun don't shine.
Even Carol Granger.
To darken my day.
The magic of Motown. Robert Furness's favourite night.
I'll be welded anyway. I'm no good without you. As long as I got you, nothing can be. Hey,
Woo!
baby.
Spread the word. The magic of Motown on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show next Sunday. Hi Bob and Maria Miller. Hope you're having fun in New Jersey. Start a campaign, Steve. Great energy, technology. Whoa!
So lucky, baby. I've been blessed since your smile has been. Oh, baby, lucky, yeah.
Tracy Redmond Husbands is going to see Gladys Knight in the Pips, and she thanks Mark for her ticket. Mark, is that Mark Peacham who sent you a ticket for Gladys Knight? That's what the Soul Family's all about. Brilliant. That's in the Theatre Royal. That must be down in Nottingham, I believe. But we're going to see her in July. I'm looking forward to that. Marvin Gaye, sent in by Anne-Marie Miller. Sorry, Anne-Marie Gallier. Anne-Marie Miller was a girl I used to go with at school. Oh! I didn't know about her. Well, I'm talking about primary school. Right. Bobby Patterson next, sent in by our good friend Eileen Beckham, who runs a music nostalgia page on Facebook. If you're not on it, you're losing out. I'm in love with you, Georgie.
Haven't you noticed the things I do? Did it ever occur to you? Well, I'm concerned about you all the time, baby.
No, Tracy.
Why you're always on my mind.
I'm reading it wrong. Some Rick James, I've got a lot of Rick James here. Any type of Motown, right up to the 80s and 90s. Always on the Motown label. I did Albert, yes. I They've done a homework.
Day on the telephone, just to see how you're getting along. Send your gifts and a bouquet, baby, along with a card that reads this way. It says, hey girl, I was in love with you. Yes, I
Welcome, Anthony.
am in love with you.
Welcome, Anthony.
Oh yeah. I know you belong to someone else, but girl, I just can't help myself. And I throw away my foolish pride to let you know how I feel inside, baby. Yeah.
Hi, Malcolm David.
I'm in love with you. Oh yes, I am. I'm in love with you. Oh yeah. Love the way you talk, love the way you walk, love the way you move, love the way you groove. I'm in love with you.
Yeah, what a tune. Sent in by Eileen Beckham and Bobby Parson, and I'm in love with you. Next up, one from Karen Duke. Francis Needle. Keep on loving me. Georgie. And You Gotta Keep On Loving Me, which is sent in by a good friend, Karen Dupe. Next up, Mr. Motown himself, Mr. Smooth, he also gets called. He lives down there in Yorkshire, and he goes by the name of Mr. Robert Furness. Has picked the main man again, Mr. Marvin Gaye, When I Feel the Need. Gonna have a good Motown night. I can feel it in my bones. Yes, remember the well, Stevie. Ben West Beach, have you got onto the live chat yet? and When I Feel the Need, sent in by Mr. Smooth himself, Robert Furness. Next up we have one from Ben Westbeach, a new listener on the show. Oh, shut up, Tam. The artist is called Ben Westbeach. It's sent in by Karen O'Callaghan. I've never heard of Ben Westbeach before. And it's called Something for the Weekend. It's a bit of a strange one, but I just thought I'll put it on and see if they like it or not. But Karen likes it. Heavy bass. Something for the weekend, sir.
Sun is shining, so let's get high. I don't need no reason why. I got nothing else to do. It's time to get rid of all your things. Time to give you wildest dreams. If you want me, I will go with you. Take those shoes off and we gon' fly. Make an exit and say goodbye to the streets. We gon' start anew. Turn those speakers up and let's dance. We'd be stupid to miss this chance. Just enjoy this like you wanted to. Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend? Sun is shining, you're looking fine. All my problems passing me by. The only one I know's to live like this. Get the car and go into town. Need some beats who like to get down. Maybe grab a drink or two with you, or three with you. And the heat is warm in your skin, and you know we about to go in. Let the spirit contain
No,
you.
Bible said that's that.
We are sinners, but
That's a
we
fact.
sin. Don't know when or where to begin. We keep rolling as the day goes by. Can I get a little something for the weekend?
I think so.
Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend?
Next one, Jethro. Windy City. Soap Club. Top dancer, Jethro Jones. Play that home. Something for the weekend. Want something for the weekend, Jethro? Great, their own barber shop, man.
Last night all and I feel wrong. Looking out cause everyone's gone. Lost my phone somewhere along the way.
Cheers, Jethro.
Can't get through to all of my friends, and I'm so far away from my ends. And all the night bus doesn't take me there or anywhere. So I take a walk on my own, somehow in direction of home, falling asleep as I stumble by. And I know that this ain't right, trying to keep all of my side. A lonely bed seems like the best to be. Can I get a little something for the weekend?
Next one, Cam.
Can I get a little something for the weekend? Can I get a little something for the weekend?
Alright, Matt.
Can I get a little something for the weekend?
Well done, Laurie. I know you do, mate. Show them American what's about. It's me, Julie. She's back from the Pyrenees. Hi, Julie. Yeah, Ben Westbeach is not a new listener. He's the guy singing the song. And it's Something for the Weekend, sir, which was sent in by Miss Karen O'Callaghan. I know I call every lady Miss, but that's just a habit of mine. I know you're all Misses because you've got Sean, Karen, obviously. But I just like to call you Miss. It just makes you feel younger, if you know what I mean. Something for the weekend. When I seen the title, I thought to myself, oh, this seems strange. But it's quite a good tune, as people have acknowledged. So well done, Karen. And that is out of the box. And it was very, very close to getting tune of the show. But you'll all get a wee shot someday. Next up, my good friend Chris Ouellette, another good friend from Blackpool. And I'm gutted I'm going to be missing all these people not going to Blackpool, but there'll be other places. Cinnamon Brow, 21st of September, we'll be there. And we're also organising another event round about the Cheshire area with our good friends the Cors and Tommy. So there's quite a lot in the pipeline, so don't worry. Just because I'm not playing the pub this year, there'll be plenty of other chances to come and see TeeBee. Okay, next up we have Miss Mary Wells from Chris Ouellette.
You know you took my
Bye Bye Baby.
Said where are you? Hi Rahim, Shorty says hi Rahim. It's like the bingo. All the women are getting mad because they didn't get tune of the show. Calm down, girls. We'll all get a chance. Mary Wells from the Motown stable and Bye Bye Baby. I don't think it was brought out in the Motown label though. Sent in by my good friend Chris Ouellette and Julie down there in Blackpool and our great wee friend Rahim. Georgie says hi Rahim, and hopefully we'll get to see you somewhere in the next few months. Right, next up we have my good friend John Nielsen, who I got to meet the other week at the Resurrection, as he's one of the organisers of the event, and he was a DJ, one of the good DJs up in Scotland, and he likes to send in some nice dance tracks, memory dance tracks, and he sent me this today, and I have not heard this for a long, long time, and you'll know the tune, and it's by Roger well, it's mixed by Roger Sanchez, and it's called Walking. Listen to this. What's the tune?
Sophie Cabana. Where's Cabana? Rod Stevenson. And a great memory tune for me, that. Next up, my son-in-law, Mr. Craig Kilpatrick, who you all had the privilege of meeting when you were doing your ping pong carry-on at Christmas. And they're going Kilpatrick family are going away to Haggerson Castle tomorrow on their holidays for the week. I've had my wee pal Fredo here. His real name's Alfie. I'll call him Fredo. All week, and we're going through the golf motions, and hopefully one day we'll get to the Masters and he'll be like Tiger today. But they're going to be in the hall tomorrow, and Craig has sent in one of the classics from the Motown stable. It's on the Cat CD of the trilogy, Shakers. Big Pong. Julie's in the stable tonight. You know you can't forget that there was no one but me for you. One wonderful moment you were mine. One wonderful moment you were sent in by my son-in-law, Craig Kirkpatrick. Next up, Denise Double Williams, what a tune. The 10 Breeze, at last, something for the weekend. Double Williams, the sound of the 10 Breeze and At Last. Next up, Miss Janice Oates, who's just away to get a wine because she's staying up to watch the show, has sent in Susan King. Oh, what love is.
This love is got me.
Out of the box. Next one, Janice.
This love it gives me.
Through this, Kevin.
First time you put your lips on mine, I knew it was love this time. Oh, what love is it? What love is it? This love is got me. I've been skipping. This love.
sent in by Janice Oates, and it's called Oh 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 What a Love Is. Great track, out of the box. Nice pick, Janice. Right, will you stop talking about deep heat and Voltarol and shit like that? We're watching a soul show and you're all going on about your aches and pains. Will you stop it? It's worse than food. Want me to get the red and yellow cards out? I'm telling you, I'll get them out if you start that shit with me. Next up we have my good friend Steve Leber, who had the pleasure of meeting at Cinnamon Brow. A good Scouser boy. And every week I get sent in loads and loads of Jackie Wilson tracks. And most of them are the same every week because Jackie Wilson's got so many great tracks that everybody just keeps repeating them and asking for them every week. And I love this because this has not been played in the show until tonight. And it's called Baby Workout.
Come on here on the floor.
Come on, Dee.
Let's rock some more.
Let's rock some more.
Come out here on the floor.
Are you there, Elvis?
Hey, let's rock some more, yeah. Now when you get out here, don't you have no fear. Put your hands on your hip and let your backbone slip and work out.
James on the way. Love it. Party in Chicago. No, you can't do that, Skipper.
Now it's plain to see.
Not use your phone. Watch it with the telly.
So work out. Yeah, work out. Work, baby, work. Work out. Work, baby.
Guys, baby.
Work out. Shout and tell them, join out. Work, baby, work out. Work out. Work out. Work out. Work all night long.
When the devil's on the wind, the windshield must be going up.
The band is swinging on the stand. We're moving in, we're moving out. Think we'll step back now and in this dance with a shout, so work out. Now when I tell you to shout, I want you to jump at it. Yeah!
3%, Julie.
Shout, shout, baby, shout, 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 shout.
Where's the charger, Julie?
Shout, shout, baby, shout, shout. Turn it out, baby. Shout, shout. Oh, let's shout. Let's shout.
Tell, brother. Chinese. Another called Baby Workout, sent in by Steve Leadbetter. Next up, Mr. George Ellis. The Antiques. Grab for yourself.
When you're lost, running bad,
Out of
that's
the
the time to be sad. Got to get up on your own 2 feet. Let the world know how you feel. You got to go for yourself. Do nothing else. Go for yourself. Do nothing else. So your woman
Good number.
you down. She's running all over town. It's a fact that's lots of fish to see. It's all about better to be free. You gotta go for yourself. Do nothing else. Go for yourself. Do nothing else. You know everybody needs somebody. So sooner or later your shit will come in. Grab the same
Yourself, sent in by my good friend George Ellis, down there in Derby. Right, we come to this part of the show where we normally have Jethro's trigger tune. And as you know, Jethro picks fantastic tunes that most of you never heard before, and he wants them. But this week it's been different because, sad as it is, our pal over the pond in Chicago has lost two of his good friends this week. And I never got the chance to meet them, but looking at the posts on Facebook and everything, it was a very, very they were very, very well respected and liked people. And they go by the name of Pixie and Bookie. And Jethro has asked me, rather than the trigger tune this week, to play this tune for these two guys who have sadly passed away this week. These were two casino guys that a lot of people knew. Pixie and Bookie. This is going out to you from our good friend Jethro Jones. Watch it. Make it crack. R.I.P. Pixie.
Passing seasons all but fade away into misty clouds of autumn gray. As I sit here looking at the street, little figures quickly moving feet. I'm just a pebble on the beach, and I sit and wonder why little people are running around, never knowing why.
Song ever that come out of the Northern Soul stable, Toby Legend and Time Will Pass You By, and it's a special memory to them two guys. And if you look at some of the posts on Facebook, people that knew these guys very, very well, and they were good pals with Jethro, and they were very well respected. So R.I.P. Pixie and Bookie. Memory lives on. Next up we have one from Mr. Dave Rimmer. Bob Brady and the Concords. Goodbye, baby.
She's walking my way.
Records and Goodbye Baby, sent in by my good friend Dave Rimmer. Next up, classic casino tune, sent in by my good friend Ruth Gray and Chris. And Ruth Gray and Chris have come and supported me down in Blackpool at Cinnamon Brow, and they're also coming down to Nottingham. Fantastic couple, and this is going out to them. Sound of the bells. Don't pretend. Chris was a good pal at
that you care, 'cause I can see right through everything that you do. Don't play games, don't you dare. Since I'm not a child, I don't do things that I used to. You're accustomed to playing around with every girl that you know, baby. You're accustomed to having your way everywhere that you go, baby. Don't pretend to return all the love that you know I can give you, unless you think you deserve all the things that I can give you. I need a guy that I can trust to every little inch of my heart, baby. I need a guy who'll give all his love right from the start, baby. Don't pretend, don't you pretend. Don't pretend, don't you pretend. No, 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 baby. Don't pretend, 'cause you know that you don't have to ever spare my feelings. I'm a big girl, I'll face facts. I don't have to put up with all your double dealings. Ain't no use of wasting your time fooling around with you, baby. While you feel around trying to make up your mind on what you're gonna do, baby.
I'll send you the link after the show.
Don't you pretend. Don't pretend, don't you pretend. No, 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 baby. No, 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 baby. Don't pretend.
Yeah, the bells and Don't Pretend, sent in by Ruth and Chris Gray. Next up, we have one from my good friend Kaz Huntley. And Kaz has picked Magic Disco Machine. I could never make a better man than you. See if you like this. Get the cushions in there. On it. Dr. TeeBee. a magic disco machine. I could never make a better man than you. Well, that's what Georgie says every week. Sitting in there playing bingo. Right, and it was sent in by Kaz Huntley, and it's a great pick, Kaz. Cheers for that. Now we'll come to another great part of the show, because one of our youngest listeners, Miss Maisie Moo Kay, up there in Fife, picks a request every week. And this week, I quite like this, Maisie Moo. I think Mum and Dad's been teaching you well. This is the sound of Mr. Blow, and it's called Mighty Mouse. See what you think, guys. 8, 9-year-old picking tunes like this. Go on, Maisie. Let's see you dance. Mr. Blow, B-L-O-E, Jethro. And it's called Mighty Mouse. Fantastic. 8-year-old. And sending in requests for the show. Love it a bits. We love Maisie Moo. And thanks for all your great comments for our track. Next up, sent in by David Thompson, not Tosh, another David Thompson. And this is by H.B. Barnum, who is playing at the Blackpool International Soul Festival, I think, this year. It's called Heartbreaker.
I got the feeling you want me, but anyone would do. My poor aching heart was deceived before I really been through it with you. Heartbreaker, won't you cut me loose? I know it ain't no use. I got the feeling you need me. so cruel. Your faithless heart has never learned to love, and now you run out of food. Heartbreaker, won't you cut me loose? I know it ain't no use. And oh, heartbreaker, I only lose you again. So please, heartbreaker, don't make it any worse than it has been. I got the feeling you love me, and I give my soul to believe. My hungry heart longs to hold you, and I'm so easy to deceive. So heartbreaker, please don't let me hang around just to put me down. And oh, heartbreaker, I know that lose you. Please, heartbreaker, don't make it any worse than it has been.
Playing at the Blackpool International Soul Festival in June. It's called Heartbreaker, and it was sent in by David Thompson. Next up, one from, oh, they haven't even queued it up yet. I'm getting a wee bit lazy. The drink's starting to kick in. I had 12 cans last night. As I had my big mate round, and they had a little drinky poos, as you do on a Saturday night, watching the football and the golf. And it's taking its toll tonight again. But we get through every Sunday. It's waking up on a Monday morning that I hate. This was sent in by Pat Peart, the great sound of The Ethics. Look at me now. I'm sober. We'll be that later on.
Came into my life, I was all so lonely. My heart carried such a heavy load. Every time I try to make my way through life, girl, it seems I got on the wrong road. God, and just look at me with a smile on my face. All the tears leave my trace. I'm crazy about you. I can't do without you. Yeah. I used to sit on a home and cry to myself, forget about the hurt I had lived. I was lost in the world, broken hearted, baby, and loneliness seemed to be everywhere. Darling, just look at me, 'cause you got me hypnotized. There's tears in my eyes, I'm crazy about you, I can't do without you.
You were supposed to be counting today. I lost count.
I was so alone, had no peace of mind.
Look guys, don't Richard Riley.
Like 1,000 years.
Tell us
My
something about
soul was torn into a hundred.
Don't want to be DJs
No
here.
matter how I tried, I couldn't fight the tears, darling. Look at me now. I'm glad my touch. Look at me now. 'Cause I need you so much. I'm crazy about you. I can't do without you.
Coming, Richard. Coming. Thank you, kiss.
Crazy about you, darling. I do without you no more. Every time I think you walking by.
Yeah, The Ethics and Look at Me Now. Sent in by Pat Peart. One of the greatest guys that we've had in the show all this time. He never disappoints, always brings you an out of the box tune, and he goes by the name of Mr. Mike Dunn. And he sent in Mr. Dunn. Something is wrong. Something to do with the Duns. What a tune. Nice one, Mike.
We go to school to learn. Women in the streets, bad boys we do turn.
Thank you, Julie.
Many of our fellas are being pulled away.
Thank you, Simpson.
Never see another day. This is our band with tears in their eyes. But the teachers, they don't realize something is wrong. Something is wrong. Now let's take for instance this war in Vietnam. Our fellas, I can't go on no senses, yes you can. And maybe that here's to no companionship real brave. And maybe you'll know that this fella's just afraid. Regardless, he fights and he dies. I'm saying, he don't realize something is wrong. Oh, something is wrong. There are many things that has to be done, like working and then having fun. There are things we need to get me out the fight. Something is wrong, the shade is something right. Now we pull together and then I'll join hands. Divided we fall, but together we'll all stand. Peace, love, understanding is what we have to have. That goes for the motivation, that goes for Mr. Drag. Maybe one day just two. So that day, there's nothing we can do. Something is wrong. Oh, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Oh, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
From the Duns. He's not found a Tommy Brown as well. That's a good thing about Mike. He searches through music, and a lot of us have not got the time, obviously, because work and commitments and family and everything else that goes on. Mike also works, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, he finds the time to look through for tunes.
He's retired
No,
now.
he doesn't retire until July, Georgie.
Alright.
So don't correct me, okay?
Shut up.
Tell her, Mike. And he's found a little ditty called Tommy Brown. We may play it on the show one week. Next up we have one from our good friend down there in Birmingham, Mr. Rob Farr. And Rob has picked the Classitors. Never heard this before, but I quite like it. It's called Getting Together, Man. Hi Mel Kennedy, how are you? Getting Together, Man, sent in by Rob Farr. Sorry about that, it just come up saying that my iPad was running out of charge.
I told you.
And
Charger.
see this woman.
Do you want a charger?
Shut up, Georgie. so, so it's not about 50 pence to me. It's about I've got all these devices all charged up. My laptop, my phone, my iPad. This is what I run when I'm running the show. So I've got all these chargers all linked up. Some of them work in some things and some of them don't work in others. And it can be a nightmare. You don't understand what I've got to do on a Sunday. I like to get up at 12 o'clock. I'll give you a wee rundown. I like to get up at 12 o'clock, so I can put up the request post. The requests usually take between 2 and 3 hours. So 3, 4 o'clock, I'll maybe get to watch a little bit of football. And then I go and have my bath, my shave, start getting ready for the show. And then I come into the studio and I set everything up, which usually takes about an hour, to set everything up and make sure everything's working. And then I start the show. So I don't get any Sundays anymore. Feel sorry for me, please. Because Georgie doesn't. So that's my Sundays. And that's why it takes up a lot of time. Because I've got all these things to sort out. But I love it. Because I've got all yous listening and watching every Sunday night. And as I put that post up about the Soul family on the G&T Club the other day, I mean that sincerely. Next up, one from Mr. Martin Taggart, down there in Carlisle, from Nancy Wilson. This is the end of our love.
It was so nice in the beginning. We had
too much info.
What's going for us? We had love, we had each other.
Just one day a week, sir.
Baby, it was marvelous.
Get a wee Jethro.
When you let her, she really tore
thank you, Mick Brown.
down. And we lost all the happiness, baby, that you and I had found. The end of the thing, sweeter than
Stop crying, man.
oh, we were doing just fine. The end of things we used to dream of, and just like that, it's the end of our love.
Thank you, Sean. And Joey.
Make it all the way. We had love, we had each other, but it's a different thing today. You let her turn you around and mislead you. You're not the same sweet thing, oh no. Yeah, she sure got to you, baby. Oh, she made you let me go. The end of a kiss, no more to discuss.
Captain Man, right?
The end of things we used to dream of, and just like that, it's the end of our love.
You're ex-Shirley, boy.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about me, it's about all of us. Don't tell me your name, Frank. Nancy Wilson, and it's the end of our love. Sitting with my good friend Martin Taggart down there in Carlisle. I done a funny thing this week. I decided I'm going to pick a tune for the show. Just to annoy people. Not to annoy, it's just to let you understand it. I can still pick some good tunes. And this came up. The sound of Timothy Wilson. It's called I Must Love You. From TeeBee. Let's see you dance.
I had a dream I want to come true. That's why I can't take a chance on losing you. If there's anything I've ever needed so much, it's your love.
Still got it, mate.
Love, baby, and your tender touch. You know what that
Wilson. Sent in by my good self, TeeBee. And I must love you. Thanks for all your great comments. It's just to show you that I've still got it. I don't use all your tunes just to fill the show. I like to just sneak a wee one in now and again. Next up, our good friend Albert Wilkinson sent in Wayne Anthony, another great tune, Out of the Box. You ain't wrapped up too tight.
What people all say about me.
Next one up, Albert.
I'm here to tell you they're wrong, just as wrong as can be. How wrong can they be? If you're so blind that you can't see, love doesn't make sense. Jealousy, you ain't right. Don't know what they'll do. Maybe you're up too tight. I gotta check on you. Hey, 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 I make that check on you. You know the rumors you made.
Shaggy's a wee big, isn't he?
I don't know
Wait,
that
it's a question.
I need to explain that I love you.
Okay, maybe if you watch it back.
If you keep on letting train, you're gonna force me to make a change.
Thank you, Julie. I love you, Julie Holsworth.
No, 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 no. Baby, you're
You like Tracy?
I gotta check on you. Hey, hey, hey. Why don't you listen to me instead of your friends? They won't tell you you won't find a one again when our love ends. But if you must have things your way, it's only one thing that I can say. You ain't right. No, 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 no. Baby, you're up too tight. I gotta check on you. Hey, hey, hey. You ain't wrapped too tight. No, 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 you ain't wrapped too tight. No, 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 you ain't wrapped too
Wayne
tight.
Anthony. And you ain't rapping too tight. Sent him by my good friend Albert Wilkinson. Next up, Shaggy Milton sent this in. And Chapman, and I'm in love with your daughter. But not really. Don't listen. I'm in love with Georgie.
She got my mind breaking up. I give the shirt on my back. I give the shoes I wear. I give her everything I have, just to prove I care.
Come on.
And when we're all alone, she makes me feel almost grown. If she won't be my wife, I just as soon end my life. I'm in love with your daughter. She got me all shook up. She's got my mind breaking up. Well, she's dancing like an angel.
Said watching the show in the
Got
living room.
lovely wings.
So I just have to wait with us. You're coming 46. I'm tired.
She's got
Getting old.
lovely wings. She's an answer to my trouble. She's an answer to my dreams.
Thank you, Susan.
And when she kisses me, I feel like a king. It's all I can do, not to scream. 'Cause I'm in love with your daughter. She's got me all shook up.
13%, man.
She got my mind breaking up.
What's the chapter? TRH's request has not been on yet. Is it going to be played tonight? That's the question. Chapman's, and I'm in love with your daughter, which is not a fact. It's sent in by Shaggy Bolton. Next up, my good friend Suzanne Condikey up there in 5. I've requested Jackie D. Naughty boy, me never. And the cushion's ready, David. Played.
He's got a smile that fills you full of joy. Naughty, naughty boy. Naughty, naughty boy. Come on, hurry, hurry, do the groove and the feeling too.
If I've not played your request, these things happen. Me being a naughty boy. What a treat you have. Anniversary at Cinnamon Brown. If you're about, get yourselves here. Jackie D and Naughty Boy going out to me, according to TRH, from Miss Suzanne K up there in 5. Next up, our good friend from round the corner, Mr. Deep Penman, has picked one of my favourite tunes, sound of Prince Philip Mitchell and Free For All. It was Jackie D, gentlemen. DFN. Prince Philip Mitchell, who's also playing at this year's Blackpool International Soul Festival at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. Sent in by my good friend Deke Penman. Now guys, please don't get upset if I don't play a request, because I can't play all the requests. I usually just play 55 requests. We've got 10 minutes left of the show and I've still got 7 tracks to play. So I'm trying to push in as many as I can. But sometimes it's not because the track wasn't good or anything like that. It's just what I pick is what I pick. And it's quite hard when you get 300-400 requests every Sunday to try and pick 55, a quarter of what you get. So please understand that, and don't go in a bad mood or be upset because I didn't play a request. You've got to understand these things are going to happen every now and again. I still love you all. It's not anything to do with that. It's just these things happen. So as Tracy's getting played tonight. Next up we have the Jades from Linda Neville. I knew I was going to play Linda's. Big song from the Casino.
Someone to love, I'm where it's at.
Thank you, Bob.
And if you need someone to love, I'm where it's at, baby. And at night when you feel out cold,
Where is Blackpool?
I'll be there with the whole lot of
Anybody heard the Blackpool?
come on and tell me, when your folks tell you that you're no good, I'm where it's at. And when you feel that you're misunderstood, I'm where it's at, yeah, I'm where it's at. And if everything seems to go wrong, just ring or leave my telephone. I'm where it's at. Come on and tell me.
You can join Stevie P in the Don't Cute Tracy. Hey, brother.
That I might be poor, and my folks don't have a whole lot of dough. Just I wanna feel just like them. I wanna stick by you until the end. I'm very glad I know you. Come on and take me, my darling.
You dear Stuart Cobb. You're sitting me. The lumps he's going to get. The Jades, and I'm wearing that. Sent in by Linda Neville. Next up, Colin Wignall. What a tune this is. Motown from the Miracles. It's a love machine. And I'm going for the P. It's Tracy's going to be playing tonight.
love you for a little while. Ooh, I'm just a love machine, and I won't work for nobody but you. I'm just a love machine, a hug and kiss and thing. La 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 la. Do do do. La 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 la. Push it, baby. I'm just a love machine, and I won't wait for nobody but you. I'm just a love machine, a hug and kiss and thing. I'm just a love machine, I will not forget for anybody but you. I'm just a love machine, a hug and kiss and thing. And so shaking you.
That's it, me and your first. Just thinking, Mama, kid. Had to leave it for a minute. No, it hits one. I know like that. How many of you gave my bingo? Who's a tease? Welcome, Colin. See you at Cinnamon Brow, pal. Great, Tracy. Away, bed. We go work in the morning. I know, I've seen that, Jethro. I love the scenes. Yeah, what a tune. Sent in by my good friend Colin Wignall. And it goes on for about 8 minutes or something like that, 9 minutes. But what a tune. Sound of the Miracles and Love Machine. Right, we come to that part of the show where I play a track that I didn't know if I was going to play it. From the Teacher's Pet. It's the Beatles. Wee Willie Walker. And they... The Beatles.
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care.
What's waiting on it?
I don't believe she
Nearly got tune of the show.
said, "Stop living
pulled it out today and I thought it was... Is that not a Beatles tune? And I didn't... Sometimes I've got that kind of mood in me that says I don't like some covers of famous bands, things, famous tunes from famous bands. And I listened to it and I thought, that's really good. Wee Willie Walker, it's called, Ticket to Ride. And it was sent in by our good friend, the teacher's pet, Miss Tracy Redmond Husbands. She knows how to pick a tune. And I love teasing her that maybe a request wasn't going to be played tonight. But what I will do, I'll say it this time, is it's getting a bit much now, guys, that a lot of people have started private messaging me their requests. Some of them are doing it on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, asking for these requests to be played at the weekend. And if you do that, 9 times out of 10, I will not play a request if you private message me them. I'll put the request post up on the Sunday, and you've got to be on that to get a request on. The only thing that bugs me about that is everybody sees everybody's requests. So they've all started liking it now. So they all go and check to see what it sounds like, if it's an unusual song, if they like it or not. So that annoys me, thinking that because of the way I do it, some people have a good idea of the tunes that are going to be played on the show. So that's why I've got to mix it up sometimes, leave some tracks out and put others in, so that I've got to make people think that the tune may be on the show or it may not be on the show. And I don't mean to be arsed or arrogant or anything like that. It's just a little thing that I do. And if you don't like it, the door's that way. You know what I mean? Okay. Miss Karen Miller Corder. Terrible Tom. She's talking about me again. And we were made for each other, her and Paul.
I don't need no doctor, baby, goofing round on me with those pills. 'Cause you know, darling, you can cure all of my ills. Listen to me, I just want to touch from you, and I know how to make it. I'll make it all through. Come on now, baby.
Hey, Judy.
Stop jazzing this. Come on. Are you still there, Karen Miller Corder? Oh, she's here. You're welcome, Karen. Hey, Johnson. We've got 3 more tracks. Don't have to go now. Stay till the lights come on. Ask Kim, Angela, Balkans. The best part of the show. Cheers, Kessler. Hey, Tracy. For each other. Sounds like Terrible Tom, sent in by Karen Miller Corder. This is sent in by Michael Purcell, the Nomads. Something's bad. Best part of the show. Next one, Michael. Out of the box.
Something's bad with my baby. I just know something bad with me. All I want is to make her happy. Just make her happy, can't you look and see? Because I know that it's gonna be good. It's gonna do everything like I knew it would. And I'm gonna be sweet.
6.
And then when we get married, I just can't wait until we get married. Everything gonna be so happy, and only my name is she gonna carry. 'Cause I know that she loves me because of what she does, and we ain't gonna worry about a fight or fuss.
Stay till Marvin sings.
Something wrong with my baby, yeah, something bad with my girl. Oh yeah, when I woke up this morning,
Right, Sean.
I know that she was gone. I just don't know what's gonna happen, baby, but I've got to carry on. Something bad with my baby, yeah, bad with my girl. Something bad with my baby, you know it. Something bad with my girl. I got a feeling this man's claim ain't gonna be so real. 'Cause I've got to worry about my baby. I've got to worry about how she feels. 'Cause something bad now, something bad with my girl. Something's bad with my baby, you know that something's bad with my
I know, man.
girl. Oh yeah, when I woke up this morning, yeah,
You're right,
I know that she was gone. I just don't know what's gonna happen, baby, but I've got to carry on. Something's bad with my baby, yeah, bad with my girl. Something's bad with my baby, you know that.
Yeah, the great son of the Nomads and Something's Bad. Sitting in with my good friend Michael Purcell, who I had the privilege of meeting down at Cinnamon Brown. Great boys, him and Steve Ledbetter. Second last tune of the night, and I saved it to the last because my good friend Corky Core, we're in the process of organising something with Tommy Noon, who works at Fresh Radio over in Spain, and we're going to start doing some major promotion stuff on the book They Danced All Night with Tommy, and I got in touch with Tommy today, so I've saved my good friend Corky's request till the end. It's the sound of Teresa Lindsay, and I'll bet you Tiger Woods, £100, you win the Masters. I know how much. I was lucky Next one, Rocky. Shazzy's out. No, well. On the Golden World label, and I'll bet you, sent in with my good friend Corky Core. So guys, we'll come at that time in the show. It's 10 past. Is it 10 past? 11 minutes past my time for shutting down. So you've had a little bit of Fergie time. You can't complain. And you know what track's coming up. I'd just like to remind you all, as Corky Corse says, there's a book out there called They Danced All Night. If you've not got it on your shelves, there's something wrong with you. If you want to know about the Northern Soul scene in the 1970s, read this guy's book and tell everybody about this book, because what's been written in the past and what's been portrayed in the past is mostly pish. This is the truth. Get it and you'll find out. It tells you everything from the heart, and it's the truth. And it's going all over the world because we're taking that book on tour. And I'm going to leave you with a TeeBee remix of the greatest song that was ever written, produced and sang by Mr. Marvin Gaye. Can't buy this remix. Can't get it anywhere unless you give me £1 million.
Thank you very kindly, my friend. Thank you very kindly, my friend.
It's called The Message.
Thank you very kindly, my friend. I'm delighted to see each of you here tonight. I want to thank God.
I want to thank you
once more for allowing me to be here with you.
Right on. Right on. Loving it. Million pounds, Scooby. Saving me people.
Tonight with a greater rest.
How do you make that?
With a greater determination.
Reality.
Let us move on. In these powerful days, these days of challenge, only when it is dark enough can you see the star.
Till next Sunday.
We want to be free.
Right on. Right on. Thank you, Jeff Kemper and Jimmy. Right on.
I've looked over. I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you.
You wrote, John.
But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Right on. Right on. Got you next week on that. Right on. Hey, Albert. Good night, Charlie, brother. I'm Paul. Right on.
Let us rise up tonight
Good night, Albert Furnace.
with a greater readiness. Let us stand with a greater determination. Let us move on.
Feel it. Thank you, Suzanne. No freaking time tonight, though. Just the style.
Oh,
do this in karaoke. Thank you, Anne. Good night, love. Feel it. Great Bay Walker House. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, John. And Maisie Mayer. And Chloe. Peter Harley. Great Bay. Lights, Georgie, lights, aye. Kim shouting lights, Georgie. Right, ooh. You're a bit bright there, Toby.
Yeah, man.
Right, love to you all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you very much from me and Georgie. Once again, another fantastic
Love you
show.
guys.
And we'll be back here next Sunday, same time, same place. And it's all Motown next week. We're going back to Detroit, Michigan, Motor City. And we're going to have a fantastic night. It was good the last time we done it, so I'm looking forward to next week. So I'll put the request post up maybe Saturday. Give you a lot of time, give you like a day to put up your requests, and then I'll go through all the requests. And I'm not going to pick out people that's just because they've watched the show from the start. I'm going to pick out the tunes, the Motown tunes that I like and I want to play. Okay, so it's up to you to pick the right tunes that Tommy will pick. So I'm going to be a bit of hiccups. Another fantastic night. As I said, we don't like the pug anymore. Richard Riley.
Right.
Hate on me bits.
Don't even get it. Stop that.
And I'll end on that. Have a good night, people, and I'll see you again next week. Because I'm tired and I'm waiting in my bed. Thank you, good night.
Stuart Kerr's still down in the bed. I'm not happy. You got a phone, Jess, or?
Nah, I never said I was going to phone him. I really can't be bothered now. I'm fucking tired.
And I want to watch Game of Thrones when we get up.
Oh, fuck, he's got to sit and watch Game of Thrones. Right, oh yeah. Let's put everything back together again. Oh man, pop in, night all. They all come on at the end of the fucking show. They've not even said that all night, and then they all say that at the end of the night. They've not been on the show all night. They've not been on the show all night, and at the end of the night they all come on and say good night. Can people?
I've been watching it.
Aye,
But it comes up like you ken like how many folks on it and that. Yours was at 3 and mine
stayed
was
at
at
3 all
80.
night. I tell you that last week.
Aye.
Stayed at 15
But
all night.
when I went off and come back, it came up to 89. I only had one on at the beginning, and then
Aye, didn't.
it's.
I'm not interested in fucking numbers, mate. As long as all the right folk are there, that's what I bother about. The days when there's nobody out there listening to me, that's the time we panic.
Well, Jethro's wanting Maisie's tune. He likes Maisie's tune.
Oh, did he?
You see that?
No, I never done.
He says, I've got the pen ready to write his tune.
What else was I going to do? No, do not disturb off.
I'm going to have a cup of... You want a cup of tea?
Aye?
I've got to watch Line of Duty. I've got my bed. I've got to get up and watch.
Barry Molyneux passed away.
Eh?
No fucking way.
What?
Barry Molyneux used to watch the show. I used to call him Barry Manilow. Passed away last week.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
and you didn't ken. You just got that to new. See, you'll put a mention up for them. That's, everybody's dying, you're picking up all these things and all. It's like a... I'm going to watch Line of Duty, get in my bed, set the alarm, I'm going to get up and watch Game of Thrones. Janet's watching it, but on it. She's getting it before us in America. They're getting it before. They're getting it at 3 o'clock in the morning, I think.
I don't know if it was in the GMT or off the J. Fuck's that like? Fucking unbelievable how fucking people are dying. That's it. What you think, Keith?
TAM.
Aye.
Alright, pal.
No bad, pal.
Your microphone's still on.
Oh, is it?
Aye.
On the...
Georgie's making tea.
Aye, she asked me if I want a cup of tea. Oh, it's still... Right, okay, I'm not 100